Hello, good afternoon everyone. So my name is Ahmad Yusri. So I'm here at Acad system as an application engineer. Alright, so our topic today is Inventor 2020. Right, what's new inside the Inventor 2020? Okay, this is the announcement that I would like to tell you guys, which is this year Inventor celebrate 20 years of its anniversary with the release of 2020. Alright. So Inventor builds today is because of the customer from around the world continue to provide the feedback and drive enhancement to the using the Inventor experience. Alright. So what is the release inside this Inventor 2020? We have the enhancement towards user interface and workflow, streamlined part modeling, smart sketch profile detection, multi-monitor app frame, and modernized look and feel. Alright. Also, we have the customer-driven improvement, which is solid sweep, okay, frame design productivity, complex surface, arm wrap and flattening, read-only mode plus setting, and several more from Inventor ideas. Right? Inventor also continue the delivery of professional grade functionality, faster import, patterning, navigation, tube and pipe route, as well as expanded express mode functionality. Okay. Alright, for the user interface enhancement, okay, you will see the light theme interface has improved in visual refreshing. Okay, it got lighting style, icon refresh, feature manipulators, thread, texture, graphic preset. And here is the command enhancement, which is we have inside the extrude function. So the picture you see here is actually the new dialog box for the extrusion and also the picture for sweep function. Alright. So here is the multi-monitor support in the single session. Alright, let me show you what are all I'm talking about before.
Autodesk Inventor 2020 brings new updates and enhancements to the Inventor experience. This latest release includes a fresh new look for the user interface, along with new property panels for common commands to help you streamline workflows and reduce picks and clicks. Here's a look at the new light-themed interface. You'll find an overall visual refresh for lighting styles and icons, plus new graphic presets for changing multiple mode view settings. And now, you can easily work on multiple models at the same time by leveraging the multi-monitor support. Just drag your model tab to the secondary monitor. Inventor 2020 has also added property panels to the extrude, revolve, sweep, and thread commands to enhance functionality, increase productivity, and give you the flexibility you need when creating geometry. For example, you can easily choose between solid and surface, output type, and flip taper angles with the extrude property panel. Some options allow for either icon or drop-down selection. Edit the sketch right in the middle of the extrude command without having to leave the property panel. And if you're working with multiple sketches, you can execute the extrude and select another sketch without having to leave the property panel. Check out the latest release today to see how you can get more done in less time with Autodesk Inventor.
Okay. So, another performance improvement inside Inventor, okay, which is you can get in assembly mode, okay. Entering in place edit is become more faster. Window selection when using component, part or body selection filters shows significant performance improvement. Okay. Then pan, zoom and rotate performance for multiple component selection sets are being improved. Plus component pattern was redesigned to improve performance in preview, display and navigation. Okay. Also have the performance in part design, which is the feature pattern performance is improved for nested feature pattern and identical feature pattern. Alright, so let's take a look for the improvement.
You don't stop until you've delivered the best possible product. Neither does Inventor. Continue tackling larger and more complex designs with the latest performance improvements. Experience enhancements around assemblies, parts, drawings, and AnyCAD workflows in Inventor 2020. AnyCAD's ability to reference files from other CAD systems, including files containing mesh geometry, has seen a performance improvement, from the display of the dialog box to finishing the command. In Express mode, you can now leverage more workflows for skeletal modeling with the ability to use and edit unconsumed sketches and work features. You'll notice command dialogues like material and appearances, hole, and joint in the assembly environment are now more responsive. Zooming and panning in large assemblies with lots of components selected has been improved. And whether you're using saved views or object filtering to change the visibility states of components, experience quicker visibility changes. In the part environment, feature patterns now generate much faster. This means back in assemblies, associative patterns will also generate much more quickly. In the drawing environment, create auxiliary and section views faster, as well as hidden lines, and see how you can get more done in less time with all the continued improvements to Autodesk Inventor.
Okay, so that's the improvement on the assembly and part side. Alright, another thing is we have the design enhancement, which is now in version 2020. You can use the solid suite. Alright, so before this only the profile one that we use for the suite. Now you can use the solid model to create the suite depend on the shape of your 3D solid. Alright, and then here another new command to input in that you can have the unwrap function inside the 3D model. This new unwrap command can flatten face that cannot be calculated with the unfold or sheet metal flat pattern command. For example, this is to determine a fabric pattern for flattening stem objects. So this unwrap function does not use the bend calculation to flatten the selected face. Alright. Another design enhancement is inside the extrude taper option. Alright. This it can identify and selecting loops and region is significantly enhancement. Alright. The cursor and the status bar notification update to show the action and will happen as you hover over loops or region. And then another design enhancement in the library, or we call it content center, that you can now type the name of your standard part inside the search dialog box, and it will automatically find the right part for you. Okay, again another video.
Autodesk Inventor 2020 continues to deliver new functionality to your core design commands and workflows. In the part environment, get more options for identifying and selecting sketch geometry, including closed loops and regions formed by overlapping geometry or sketch blocks. In the relationship dialog box, sketch blocks now display in relation to their consumed features. The sweep command has also been improved with the ability to add or remove geometry by sweeping a solid along a path. Select a solid to act as your tool body and a path to sweep along. Optionally, choose an orientation and twist angle to alter the course of the body as it sweeps along the path. To help create flat shapes from complex surfaces, Inventor 2020 introduces a brand new unwrap command. This allows you to get a flat shape from any set of continuous faces. If a face can't be calculated with the unfold command in the sheet metal environment, flatten it with unwrap. During the unwrap process, a heat map shows areas of highest to lowest tension. Specify segments to remain linear. For example, keep an edge straight or rigid, or keep a hole round. Plus, it's easy to isolate and document the output surface with an option to create a dedicated view representation. Check out these enhancements and more in Autodesk Inventor 2020.
Okay, so that's the improvement from the sweep profile and other selection close profile. And then here we have a new enhancement for the frame generator, which is now we have the end caps. Alright, before this we are going to use a new sketch and then doing the extrusion to create the end cap for the the end of your frame. But now you only need to do oh sorry, you are just using one single click on the icon end cap, and it will detect the profile and create the end cap for you. And then the Mitre command is now a property panel. In the new panel, right, you do not need to select an option to Mitre multiple members at the same time. A trim selected part checkbox is added and let you select the side you want to keep. And you can now remove end treatments from multiple members at the same time. In Canvas Manipulator, you can now interact with in Canvas Manipulator when you insert or change a frame member. In addition to this new property panel, the lengthen or shorten command now allows you to specify asymmetric offset value.
Autodesk Inventor 2020 adds many user-requested enhancements to Frame Generator. Now, choose not only Frame Generator file name defaults, but you can also set the name for end caps in the defaults dialog. New in-canvas manipulators help you place, offset, and rotate your selection, making it easier than ever to visualize the orientation of frame members. Now find the multi-miter and multi-notch commands as a property panel. No need to select additional options to operate on multiple members at the same time. The notch command has improved options for creating custom profiles. And when notching tubes, the notch with perpendicular cut option helps you create a profile ready for laser cutting. The lengthen and shorten commands now allow you to specify asymmetrical offset values. And the trim command allows you to select which side of the member to remove. Design changes are now easier with the ability to select multiple members with the remove end treatment command. Close off structural frame members with the new insert end cap command. You can set the position, profile shape, and thickness, and save the properties of your end caps as presets for later use. And finally, you can now add custom end cap families to your Content Center library. Autodesk Inventor 2020 continues to deliver user-requested enhancements and provide the professional-grade 3D mechanical design and engineering tools you rely on.
Okay, so we also have the customer-driven improvement, which is it's coming from the website that you send the idea that have the sheet metal mirroring. Alright, so now you can use the mirror inside the sheet metal one, and plus joint creation enhancement, you can now select the center point of a slot to define a point, and inside tube and pipe, the application option file tab, naming default dialog box now is included inside tube and piping. Alright, and then the design accelerator for the shaft one, okay, is now being include a toggle that allows you to specify how files and folder for shaft component are created. So the read-only mode here allows you to access Inventor part assembly, drawing, or presentation file for viewing in the Inventor user interface without consuming a license.
Autodesk Inventor 2020 continues to deliver improvements requested by the Inventor user community. Through the Inventor Ideas and the Inventor Beta program, users like you submit feedback and ideas to improve your Inventor experience, and we listen. Here are some customer-driven improvements for this latest release. Mirrored sheet metal components now automatically link to the source file, ensuring parts are properly associated. When creating joints between components, you can now select the center of both curved and straight slots. This eliminates the need for multiple constraints when working with slotted features. The unwrap command flattens faces that cannot be calculated with the unfold or sheet metal flat pattern command, like lofted or stamped objects. Plus, see areas of highest to lowest tension with a heat map display. Inventor 2020 now offers a read-only mode, so you can view any Inventor file type in Canvas without a license. This means non-CAD users can access bill of materials, as well as measure, section, and view Inventor models. Check out these enhancements and more in Autodesk Inventor 2020. And thanks for the feedback from users like you.
Okay, so this is the interoperability, which means import enhancement. So basically we talk about AnyCAD Technology. So this is the new improvement for the CATIA V5 and JT 10.2 version, Parasolid 31.0 version, Rhino 6.0, SolidWorks 2001 plus until 2019. Okay, So the export enhancement also we have is equally the same for the version that I'm telling you before. So that's mean our AnyCAD technology become more reliable and more read-write technology towards other file that can work with Inventor. Inventor and Fusion 360 AnyCAD. So translation and interoperability AnyCAD for Fusion 360, which actually released in 2018.2 as a technical preview and now is fully released towards version 2020 and Fusion 360.
Working with non-native CAD data, whether you're in a multi-CAD environment or simply receiving design files from different sources, is commonplace in nearly every engineering organization. That's why Autodesk Inventor 2020 continues to work with tools like SOLIDWORKS, and in this release adds updated translation, import, and export for CATIA, JT, Parasolids, and Rhino. Expanded translation connections allow you to leverage CAD files from virtually any source. This enables you to create designs without having to worry about where the data comes from. Additionally, the latest update makes it easier than ever to connect with Fusion 360 for generative design workflows to Inventor. Now, you simply reference the Fusion 360 files, eliminating the need to import and export. Users can access generative design right inside of Fusion 360 as part of their product design and manufacturing collection entitlement. Then get started on setting up and running design studies to find the best possible solution based on the design requirements. Associative connections to Fusion 360 Team and AnyCAD creates a link directly to the generatively designed component. Need to make updates in Fusion 360? You won't have to waste time rearranging your Inventor designs. Instead, a change made anywhere updates everywhere. Keep your assemblies up to date with a single click while preserving your work. Autodesk Inventor with AnyCAD Technology makes it easier than ever to work with anyone regardless of the CAD environment.
Okay. So that's the end for my presentation towards this new features of Inventor 2020. So far, do you have any question? Alright, thanks for listening and good afternoon everyone. Bye bye.